All right, today's a range day. We got the Black Aces GT9 ammo. From what I can tell, it's imported from Turkey, but it's actually made in Italy. And I'll get into that later when I do some editing with this. But today we're gonna see how this stuff works. Right now I got my Benelli M4 loaded up and see how it cycles with it. Hey, if you would, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. And if you would, please subscribe. I'm just a small content creator and I can use all the help I can get. Let me go over this GT9 ammo a little bit. The old Black Aces ammo that was a high brass shell, but it was nickel plated, and it had a rating of 1,425 feet per second, was made in Italy by a company called Clever, I think it was Clever SLR is who it was. And Clever SLR made the shotgun shells out of Italy. And they had a yellow sticker, I guess, in some of their cases and everything. The GT9 ammo, it's 1,450 feet per second. And the case I got said it came from Turkey, so I don't know if they're making their own stuff or not. Let's get back to this video. Try and get this as best I can, but Benelli holds 7 plus 1, and then we can try and do a ghost load on it as well, so see how this works out. But 1. If we push it down, and then before we allow the next round to chamber, we can put one in there. So basically you have the magazine tube full, and then we dropped one that's in the chamber and then one that's in the lift gate ready to go. We'll see how this fires real quick. All right, so this is going to be a test to see how the Black Aces cycles inside the Benelli M4. Works pretty good. All right, next we'll try it magazine fed in the Saiga 12. Cycles fine in there. Sometimes drums can be a little fussy. Let's see how it does with the drum. Loading's a little tight. Might be off on the drum magazine part. Let's see how it goes. Cycles just fine. Let's try the old Stevens side by side. Safety off. A little bit more kick, but works just fine. All right, this is an old Howa Mossberg shotgun I have. Really didn't work anymore, but I just want to see if with Black Aces if it'll work or not. Usually it'll fire around and a jam up, but let's see how we do with this. Light firing pin hit. But first one fired. Let's see how this does. Only one shot, but like I said, I know this shotgun's had issues and everything, so it's just kind of a test to see if it would cycle it or not. But the main shotguns I want to test it with, it cycled just fine. All right, I'm gonna try and shoot at a board that's here in front of me. I got my GoPro as close as I comfortably feel safe, but I want to see how it patterns and everything, so we'll see how that works out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 pellets in it, pretty decent. Go further back a little bit. All right, still within a decent range and everything. Go a little further back. Yeah, it's pretty much within acceptable pattern, I would say. Up close it was pretty tight. I don't know how well it'll show here, but all the pellets and everything have stayed within range and everything, so it's within what I would expect for regular buckshot and everything, if not maybe a little tighter. Try with the Saiga and see how it does. All right, the sights on the Benelli are definitely better than the Saiga, but let's see how well it does. Probably about, I don't know, 15 feet, probably a good distance if I was in a hallway or something like that away. All right, let's go take a look at this. There's 3 shots of the iron sights. Well, it shows up there, but pretty much everything stayed within, I'd call, probably I'll measure it later, maybe, I don't know, but within 8 to 12 inches from a decent distance away, so it's pretty good for what I need it for. All right, let's try with the Saiga. I don't know how well it'll show up on this little box, but it's a target for us to check the pattern on. All right, that should be about 6 rounds there, I think. Take a look at it and see what we got. Overall, nice, pretty tight pattern. Those right there are just the wads hitting into it. You'll get at long range hits and stuff like that. You'll see the wads punching through paper and targets and everything. But so far it did pretty well on the paper side. It's holding a tight group, and both shotguns I want to use this for, it cycles just fine with. All right, so the shots I took with my Saiga on there, I took 3 shots at a box, and it was, I don't know, I'd say over 21 feet away, at least 7 yards, and the spread was pretty decent, no support or anything like that. Going from the top hole that I have here down, it's just under 10 inches, and then going across on the extreme spread, it's going to be about 8 inches. So 8 inches wide, 10 inches tall. The height of it is probably going to be from not having the same point of aim with each shot and everything. But overall, for the patterning, it's perfect. It's right where I want it. It's not too tight, and it's really not wide. Overall, hopefully you can see with some of the shots that I did, I tried to show you as best I can, but patterning overall was really good for it. All right, so bang for the buck wise, this Black Aces GT9 ammo works in everything I wanted it to. Had an old Howa. I was kind of wondering if maybe the pressure would cycle it a little bit better or not, but everything I shot it in today cycled just fine, other than the Howa, which might be an issue with the firing pin, the springs, and some other stuff with it. But like I said, it's an old gun I just kind of hang on to. Probably need to get rid of it one of these days. But the Black Aces GT9 ammo works just fine for me. Some of their older stuff might have had issues, but this stuff right here, for the money, it's hard to beat it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Cav Cop out. All right, in this video, I want to go over the disassembly of the Benelli M4. The first thing you want to do is you want to make sure that it's clear. Oh my gosh, what the? Oh, it's clear now. It's clear. Let's go over the disassembly.